The night my family called me a thief, my brother was hiding something far worse than stolen jewelry. By 17, I had mastered one skill better than homework or sleep. I knew my brother Mason's mood by the sound of his footsteps. Fast meant angry, slow meant dangerous. That night, they were slow. Mom was already screaming downstairs. Her grandmother's gold necklace was missing. She was upstairs earlier, Mason said casually, grabbing a soda from the fridge. He looked straight at me. That was enough. Dad turned toward me, eyes full of disgust. Empty your pockets. I did. Nothing. Mason shrugged. Check her backpack. My stomach dropped. Dad dumped my bag onto the table. Pens, a charger, my chemistry notebook. Then, Mom gasped. The gold necklace sat right on top. I didn't take it, I whispered. Slap! Dad hit me so hard my chair crashed onto the floor. My vision blurred. Mom looked at me like I was garbage. After everything we do for you, that sentence covered years of bruises, broken doors, and one ER visit where Mom lied and said I fell from a tree. We didn't even own a tree. While Dad kept yelling, Mason leaned down and whispered, "You make this way too easy." He smiled, tiny, calm, proud. That smile scared me more than the slap. An hour later, I was upstairs packing a bag to run away. My hands shook so badly, I couldn't close the zipper. Then came the footsteps outside my door. Slow, dangerous. The handle turned. Lock. You really gonna run? Mason asked softly through the wood. Dad already thinks you're a thief. Imagine what else he'd believe. Fear made him feel powerful. I grabbed my phone and hit record. Go away. Boom! The door exploded inward. The lock snapped clean off the frame. Mason stepped inside, 6'2", drunk and smiling. You still think somebody's gonna save you? He shoved me hard. The dresser mirror cracked behind me and sharp pain shot through my shoulder. Downstairs, nobody came. Nobody yelled. This was normal. Before I could move, Mason snatched the phone from my hand. He looked at the recording screen, laughed, and stuffed it into his hoodie pocket. Proof gone. He turned to leave, bored now. But as he turned, a thick leather object slipped from his hoodie and hit the floor. A black wallet. Mason froze. I snatched it before he could. I opened it and my blood ran cold. The ID inside belonged to Mr. Bennett, our elderly neighbor. The same neighbor the police had been searching for all day after his house was found covered in blood. Mason's smile completely vanished. Give it back. You don't understand. Suddenly, red and blue lights flashed through my broken window. Police sirens. Loud, heavy knocking shook the front door downstairs. From the hallway, we could hear Dad shouting at the police. You can't come in here. My son is an athlete. He was home all night. Dad was still trying to protect him. Mason grabbed my wrist, squeezing until it burned. You say one word and Dad will still choose me, like always. He truly believed he was untouchable. But then, the front door downstairs was kicked open with a loud crash. Boots thundered up the staircase. Officers rushed into my room with guns drawn. Hands where we can see them. An officer immediately spotted Mr. Bennett's blood-stained wallet in my shaking hand. Secure the suspect. Mason was slammed onto the floor and handcuffed. He looked at Dad, who was running into the room crying, "There's a mistake. He was with us." But the police already knew. They had tracked Mason's phone GPS straight to our house. Mason and his friends had broken into Mr. Bennett's house. The old man came home early, and things turned violent. He barely survived. 3 months later, Mason stood in court. Mom cried harder for him than she ever did for my broken bones. Dad refused to look at me. To them, I was the traitor who didn't lie for family. But the part I'll never forget happened after the judge announced the sentence. As the deputies led Mason away, he looked back at me, completely serious, and said, "You could have warned me. Not sorry, not ashamed, just shocked that, for once, I didn't protect him."